Hello everyone, welcome to my High Celebrities news channel. The story for today is Katie Price's terminally ill mother Amy became emotional as she discussed her daughter's September car crash. The former glamour model, 43, had a heart-to-heart with her mother, 69, over the drink-drive crash when she flipped her uninsured BMW X5 into a hedge. On Monday night's documentary What Harvey Did Next, Amy asked Katie what would have happened to her son Harvey, 19, had she not survived. She said, "Everyone's had to step up and help protect you now. Imagine if something had happened in that accident. How do you think Harvey would have coped?" Becoming emotional, Amy added, "For you to do what you did do, it must have been something dreadful." Amy also revealed paramedics who attended the scene were surprised Katie survived it. She said, "For me to have a phone call saying I've just had a crash, it was unbelievably, I couldn't believe it. I was speaking to this guy who got you out of the car and he was saying to me I don't know how she survived this. You saying to him, I don't know why I'm still here." Katie made no excuses for her behavior, saying, "There's no one to blame for me getting in that car for myself. I wasn't telling myself don't get in the car, I was saying I just need to go, I'm lucky. There's consequences for that night I need to put up with now, I need to see a therapist once a week because I need to learn to cope when these situations happen. I don't want to go into self-destruct." Katie's mother Amy suffers from the terminal illness idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis which causes scarring to the lungs and makes it difficult to breathe, after being diagnosed in 2017. The star previously revealed Shush has begun to organize her mother's funeral, after accepting her death is imminent. In an extract from her memoir Harvey and Me, A Mother's Love, she said, "I know that Shush has accepted it, and even though I'm sure it's on her mind every day, she doesn't dwell on it. But I've accepted it now because I have to. She has an incurable disease and that's just the reality of it. I know it sounds awful, but once we knew the prognosis, I even spoke to my mum about her funeral and what she wants for it." Katie had previously revealed she offered one of her own lungs for Amy, because she is currently waiting to see if she can have a transplant. Katie previously admitted that Amy, who was forced to shield for much of the COVID pandemic, hasn't got long to live in the midst of her lengthy battle with the incurable lung condition. She said she was heartbroken to see her mum's condition deteriorate after she was seen needing oxygen to help her breathe during a FaceTime call. Katie's younger sister Sophie also discussed the crash in the documentary, saying she has told Katie to always speak to her family whenever she is struggling from now on. She said, "When I saw the police I thought Shush is really done it this time, Shush is like the cat with 9 lives. When you see Kate, she puts on such a front that you think, oh Shush is alright, Shush is fine, and clearly Shush is not. When people have mental health problems, they're good at covering it up. She doesn't really talk about her feelings that much. It's good because Shush is now talking to us about them. We've made it clear to her if something not wrong or you're not feeling right, you've got to just be open and tell us. She could have killed someone, she could have killed herself. Harvey's not aware of the situation and he wouldn't understand it." The documentary saw Harvey leaving the family home for the first time and moving into a residential home as Katie wants him to learn independence skills. Harvey was born with disabilities including partial blindness, ADHD and Prader-Willi syndrome, which causes an excessive appetite. Katie was inundated with praise from viewers of the documentary who said it was clear she and Harvey have a special bond. One Twitter user wrote, "Harvey is so vulnerable. Bless him, so happy he is so loved by his mum." Another said, "One amazing mother right there in Katie Price, love her or hate her, she's been the making of this beautiful young man." One viewer added, "I'm laughing and crying at this new documentary, I'm so proud of Harvey, and so pleased how far he's getting on with college." Another fan said, "Currently watching What Harvey Did Next and going through a roller coaster of emotions, thoughts, questions and moral dilemmas, and it's only halfway through." Another wrote, "What a brilliant mum Katie is to Harvey. She adores him and he her. In September it had been reported that Katie's film around Harvey's experience at college had been axed, after the star was arrested for drink driving. In December she was given a 16-month prison sentence, suspended for a year after pleading guilty to drink driving. Magistrates said they were unable to send her to prison as she had completed a stay at the Priory, having agreed to attend the rehab center on her first court appearance. Katie flipped her BMW X5 while driving to see a friend near her Sussex home. It was her 9th driving offense. She dodged a potential jail term in January after £7,300 fines she owed for driving offences were paid. Katie was also scheduled to explain to a High Court judge last week her attempts to pay back £2.3 million she owed after being declared bankrupt in 2019, but the former model, who recently dodged a potential jail term after £7,300 fines she owed for driving offences were paid, had her bankruptcy hearing postponed for a second time after agreeing an 11th-hour deal to pay back the money. She will pay a small contribution to reduce the amount owed to creditors and has agreed to a new regular payment plan. The reality star risked being sent to prison for contempt of court if she failed to appear at the recent hearing, which was due to be held remotely, without notifying the judge. Katie recently slashed the cost of her OnlyFans content by 50%. Fans had to pay £11 per month to see her pictures when she joined the site last month. That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news update.